All right, in this segment, we're going to talk about the cockpit area, basically around the console on the 190 FSH. This is the 2019 through current model FSH for those of you that are watching. First off, while we're here, let's talk about this. We have a seating area that's really comfortable for two. Comes standard with your cushions that you see here. The cushions match all the way around the boat. Really nice finish, lots of pleating, and Yamaha's logo here. It's really nice and refined. Yamaha always does a great job with their upholstery. One of the things I love about this boat, even though it's a 19-footer, you have a built-in changing room where you can actually add a head. You can add, if you want to change clothes after a long day, you want to go to a restaurant, come in here and change clothes. It has this nice zippered canvas here, which is great. If you want to come inside and take a look, if you bring the camera in, you have access behind this curtain here to your helm if you want to do any maintenance or upgrades. You've got a fire extinguisher. There are drain plugs in the floor in case you want to bring water out of this area back to your main bilge area. Also too, if I can grab the camera real quick, I'm going to show this. Inside this area, you'll have a good spot for putting your batteries in case you want to add a trolling motor, and you put them central. That way you don't have to worry about the boat listing to one side. That's really a cool feature. Also over here, there's a little tap light, so if you're inside and you need some additional light, just reach up, touch the light there. Very helpful. But overall, just a very utilitarian space, and big enough for a grown man to change into. I'm about 6 feet tall, and I can actually climb inside. Still have plenty of room, so something you just don't see a lot on your 19-foot center consoles, and Yamaha has really done a good job with that. All right, to shut this down, we'll just zip it shut. We'll bring this down, and also I want to point out this is also lockable, so it's going to come with a key. Just lock that out in case you need to lock up your valuables. Very nice. On the 190 FSH, you'll also see that there is a removable windscreen. This is really helpful if you're going to be storing this boat inside of an area that has a little bit of a height restriction. If you pulled the tower off, if you pulled everything down, you're trying to get as low as you can. Windshield comes off really easily. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 little quick disconnect pins here. So once you have removed all 7 of the pins, you'll simply just take the windshield, slide it out, and stow it somewhere on top of maybe a soft piece of cardboard or carpet or something of that nature so you don't scratch the windshield up. I have tested with this windshield in place doing 70 miles an hour and have had no issues at all, so you can actually tow it down the road at a rate of speed that's significant for highway speeds, or sufficient for highway speeds. But if you have any concerns about getting this into a tight spot, obviously that's the reason why they want to give you the access to pull that windshield off. Moving back, I want to point out this boat comes with a lot of rod holders. You'll see along the wall here you've got 2, and there's built-in rod holders with these little bungees here, so you can hold 2 there. We have 2 more over on this side. We have 3 over on the port side of the console. And if you look up with the camera here, you notice that we have 3 openings for your rod tips. So you don't have to break your rods down if you want to put your rods into those slots. That's the Yamaha Canvas, comes with the boat. Easy on and easy off using a ratcheting style design. The ratchet's contained inside this canvas here. And basically when you put it on, you'll just tighten the ratchet strap down, which gives you a lot of tension. When you're done using it, you're going to pull it off, just release the tension, the whole canvas comes off easily. One point of note, right here in the center, if you don't tighten this canvas down really super tight, you can get water pooling in that center area, which would cause the canvas to sag. So I'd recommend when you put it on really tight. That way the water will run off and you don't have to worry about that sagging canvas there. All right, moving on around to the side here, you'll see that there are speakers built into the console, both left and right. I like the placement of the speakers because you can actually hear the music outside the boat, so that's nice. Over on this side, a feature that is kind of proprietary to Yamaha, they're using what they call a jet wash. This jet wash basically picks up water pressure off of the jet pump, lets you activate it with a switch, and while you're running the boat, just at idle power basically, this is going to give you pressure to rinse down the boat in case you've got any fish blood or you want to rinse the boat down for whatever reason. This comes standard with your FSH Sport. I believe it's also standard on the Deluxe. I am not sure on the base model. You may want to double check that. But a handy little feature there. Moving around to the console area, you'll see, if you bring the camera around this angle, you'll see it comes pretty well equipped, but also with some things that are left out. And I'll explain some of the Yamaha's thinking in just a moment on that. Standard throttle binnacle, very easy to control. One of the nice things about a jet boat is you don't have any gears to change, so I can go from forward to reverse very quickly, even while the boat's operational. That makes it nice when you're around the dock. You've got a built-in stereo system. This is Bluetooth equipped, so you can connect your smartphone to it. If you want to run your music through your smartphone, you can do that. AM, FM, and all those sorts of things, so it's very nice. Built-in switches here you'll find. You've got a bilge, live well aerator, and we'll go over that in another video. You have your cruise, no wake assist no wake mode and cruise assist feature, and this feature is very nice. Basically, at no wake zones, if you want to manage a healthy no wake speed without exceeding that no wake speed, just simply tap that button around the 2 to 3 mile an hour range, and it will let you maintain that speed without exceeding no wake speed. Let's say that I want to cruise and I'm doing, let's say, 25 miles an hour. I want to maintain 25 miles an hour. I just simply press the plus button. It's like having cruise control in your car. If you want to increase your speed, you press the plus button. That gives you 100 RPMs additional. If you press the minus button, that decreases by 100 RPMs additional. Now, this is not a GPS-based speed control, so don't go thinking you're going to go out and do a bunch of water sports with this. But if you're looking to just simply manage your speed without having to constantly work on the throttle, especially in those choppy conditions, then adjusting the switch or the speed with that plus-minus makes it a lot more precise. So bear that in mind. You'll find also on the FSH models that Yamaha puts this nice little handle here, which makes it really easy to get around when you're around the dock. Lots of control. Makes it easy to spin that wheel around and just have lots of precision around the dock or when you're trailer loading. Up on the dash, you'll notice that we really don't have a whole lot going on here, and Yamaha did that intentionally. They wanted to leave room for people to add their own electronics. There's a lot of different variety on the market, and it's just too difficult to nail it down for kind of a one-size-fits-all. So they leave this for you to figure out what you want to put on there. All right, you also have a compass, and you have a 4.3-inch Connect screen, which is going to have all of your important information, your speed, your hours, etc. All that's built into the dash. It is a touch screen, pretty helpful. You can see it very well in broad daylight, so that's good. I would recommend some sort of cover for this if you don't have one. JetBoat Pilot has one coming, so I'd recommend you take a look at that. It's just going to keep the screen from having the harsh effects of the UV sunlight on it at all times, especially if you don't have a cover for this thing. So if you don't have a cover for the boat, make sure you get a cover for the screen to protect the screen. Switches up on the dash here, you have your horn, courtesy lights, your nav lights, as well as a couple of accessory switches, and this is in case you want to add some additional electronics, and that makes it very nice. You're going to get a tilt steering here. You're going to get your key with your kill switch here, so if you're out driving, you'll just clip this engine disengage on your hip. And you also have a blower switch, and the blower switch is set to run for about 4 minutes when you get ready to start. That way you evacuate any kind of fumes out of the engine compartment to make sure you don't have any issues when you're starting, especially when the boat's been sitting for an extended period of time without being run. You'll notice on top of the console here on this particular boat, there is a console organizer. This is an aftermarket upgrade that we have done. It's a JetBoat Pilot product. Normally this would just be a slick area with maybe a pad on top and a couple of cup holders. When you add the console organizer, you get some additional utility. So things like adding your smartphone or adding your wallet, you get a nice place for that. It's got a nice lip here, it's waterproof, very solid, it's 3-bolted, so it gives you spots for extra cup holders, bait slots, and things of that nature, even some tool slots. So that is an upgrade, aftermarket upgrade if you decide to add that. Also down below, we didn't talk about this, we have the lockable storage here for your glove box. It does have a key slot there, as well as some storage here, USB, also a 12-volt adapter there, so you can plug in some of those things that you can use to inflate inflatables or whatever the case may be. All right, so that basically rounds out the console area on the new 190 FSH. For more information about this boat, visit YamahaBoats.com. You can also visit JetBoatPilot.com. You can reach us through the Contact Us page. You can find our Instagram, Facebook, Twitter feeds, our YouTube channel. If you like this video, please hit the subscribe button below if it was helpful to you. We'd appreciate that. We're always putting new content out, and it's always specifically to do with the jet boat industry. So that's what we focus on, and we hope that this video has been helpful to you. So thanks again for watching. We appreciate it. Have a great day.